All right, I got my incense lit. We're already live, so it's time to hit. So it's time to hit the fucking music.
Yeah, boy.
That's really nice that he did that. As everybody knows, we were supposed to have Acey Slade on the show. Business came up. He's not able to be here, but the show must go on nonetheless. And we still love Acey. Shit happens. He will be on the show. And I'm more excited to have him on in the future than now because we're going to be the first ones to know whatever the hell he's working on.
Yeah, that's going to be good.
So we'll probably make Loudwire. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah. Who knows, dude? Who knows? Happy Easter the other day too, by the way, bro.
What was that?
Happy Easter for the other day as well.
Oh, happy Easter. Yes. Let's talk a little bit about Easter. You know my brain, especially when I drink coffee. I just drank some Catfight coffee.
Yeah, well, I'm drinking tea out of a Catfight coffee mug.
I did get a mug from Renee in the chat. I can't really show you the artwork because I drank my coffee and it only activates when there's heat. But it's a picture of me in a Speedo in front of a unicorn. Well, like a Pegasus unicorn, right? It's fucking wild. But you're telling me before we went on the air, how many cups of coffee do you drink? Are you one of them guys that drink like a pot or do you like drink cups?
Cups. So yeah, just cups, man.
My mom will drink a whole pot.
Oh, really?
I'm like, holy shit.
You use a French presser?
No, she goes out and she gets like obviously fresh ground instant coffee, not Catfight, by the way, which we're not officially sponsored yet. Acey, if you want to be sponsored, just let me know. But Catfight coffee, I just tried it not too long ago. It is the best coffee I've ever had. But my mom doesn't get Catfight. She gets I think she gets Folgers or like Walmart brand coffee. I don't know what she gets, but she gets the cheap stuff in the big container. And she uses and we use it here. She uses a what's that called? A Keurig. She uses a fucking Keurig. She puts the grounds in it and it makes one cup. Or you can, her Keurig's weird. You know, you have the Keurig that can make a cup, just a cup.
Yeah.
My mom has one. You can make a cup or a pot. And she'll brew a whole pot because we'll have like my uncle come over and she'll have to brew like 2 pots.
Yeah.
I can't drink as much coffee as I once did.
Really?
I had to cut back. Here's why. I have anxiety and depression as it is.
Yeah.
Too much coffee. Like when I was drinking Death Wish, I had drank 2 cups one day and I was like jittery, anxious. I stayed home all day. I didn't want to do shit. Like I was all like, I'm not gonna lie, I smoked some weed and it took that high down a little bit. But still, if I wasn't somebody that did that, I'd be fucked. But like I'd work at like gas stations and shit, and they'd have me on weird schedules. which I don't mind weird schedules, but they'd have me like work morning and then nights, blah, 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 blah. Well, I would drink like 3 cups of coffee easily when I first clocked in, and then I'd feel like I had to shit all day. I'd be jittery, bouncing off the walls. Does coffee do that?
Well, they say that if you have 3 cups of coffee, it's actually good for you.
Yeah, but not all at once. And with all
not at once. No, like separate, like the way how I have them.
Yeah, and I usually drink my coffee like with creamer and all that shit, and that fucks up your stomach, bro.
Yeah, that's why I just straight black. They reckon if you add coconut oil or something like that, it's good.
Oh, you drink it black? I'm trying to go a little healthier with my diet, and I've been awful at it. I'm going to be honest. I've been losing weight because it's fucking hot in Arizona. I don't think there's a fat person in Arizona. It's so fucking hot. They just sweat it all off. You know what I mean? But like, it's weird because like I've been losing weight, but like I've not been eating healthy like I wanted to. And it's hard though when you're living on your own with a roommate and you don't have a job. You just have the money to get you through.
Yeah. I've been putting on weight. So
Anders just said that 1 cup of coffee equals 2 glasses of water. That can't be true because I'm not calling out Anders right now. It's just I read somewhere that coffee and alcohol are 2 number 1 dehydrators. When you drink coffee, you should still drink water because if you go out in the heat and you drink coffee, it'll dehydrate you quicker, similar to alcohol.
Yeah, that's why at work when I normally have a coffee, like probably like in between, I'll drink one of these water, keep myself hydrated.
Oh, bro,
I'm drinking water every day anyway.
So you drink a lot of liquids, though, right? Do you like Powerade or Gatorade?
Not anymore. I haven't. I maybe packed some for my powerlifting comp in 2 weeks just to keep the sugars up, but I really don't drink it.
Well, I got this trait from my mom. I like to save money. I don't know if it's because I'm Scottish. I don't know what it is, but like I love to save money, and I think it's driving Tony nuts because I'm like, look, we got coupons in the mail. He's like, you sound like a middle-aged woman, but anyway. No, I bought on Amazon, jokes on him, I bought on Amazon some dishwasher fluid and Powerade. Now, it's it's Gatorade, I think. It's powdered. It has 9 gallons worth of powder in it for like $9.
Jesus Christ.
It's like $1 a gallon.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude.
So a gallon is a liter, correct?
4 liters, I think.
Is it?
Yeah, hold on. I'm really showing how stupid I am right now, but honestly, in my defense,
that makes me that too.
I think there's 4 liters in a gallon. Liters in a gallon.
So what's a liter there in the States? Because it's really weird. Like,
it's really weird. There's 3.785 liters in a gallon. There's not quite 4. We just say 4.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So if I go over there and say like I drink like 4 liters of water, but like what are you on about?
Well, actually, they said some doctors have said that 4 liters or a gallon of water is actually what the human body needs a day.
Yeah,
which makes me.
I think it's pretty much 8 glasses a day.
Which makes me wonder, dude, I should be dehydrated all the time because, quite frankly, I drink water, but I don't think I drink a fucking gallon unless you include, like, foods that I eat that have water in it and shit like that.
Yeah. Yeah. That's why these things are the best.
What are they?
They're like travel bottles. They're
Are you a walking salesman for Death Comes Lifting? Like, are you sponsored?
They should sponsor me.
Because every time I see you, you're like, you know what? You should buy one of these. And it's always something that has Death Comes Lifting on it.
Yeah.
Hey, Death
They're
Comes
my boys,
Lifting.
man. I love those guys. I did a really good episode with them yesterday, so
we should do cross promotion with them since you're on their show, you're on my show. We should do some cross promotion. We should get some Catfight coffee in there.
The
best coffee on the planet. You know, they say that Pilot. I worked at Pilot. This isn't a jab at them because I would work for them again, and I might work for them again. But they're the best coffee on the interstate, which is true. But Catfight coffee is the best coffee in the universe.
I agree. Like I've had some really good coffee in here as well, but this is by far my favorite.
I do have a question for Acey once I have him on here because I'm curious. There's a lot of people that are coffee enthusiasts, a lot of people.
Yeah.
But how many of these people have tried Kupaluak?
What's that one?
Kupaluak is a coffee. It is actually the most expensive coffee in the
Oh
world.
yeah. That I wouldn't pay that much for it. I don't
It's
really care if it tastes good or not, man. Like I would not pay that much for what it is.
$50 a cup.
Fuck that. The cup would be like maybe like this size.
I don't know. How much is a Catfight coffee mug? I need to get one.
Give me I double check for you right now.
Hey Adam, I'm so like underprepared today. I'll be honest because I was planning on interviewing Acey, and I was thinking last night. I'm like, why don't I just ask Adam the Acey questions and let him answer? Like I have Acey.
we chat a bit as well. So
Who, you and Ace?
yeah, I love him, man. He's such a cool dude. He's such a nice guy.
Due to me having anxiety and shit, I just feel like I'm bothering people, so I just don't worry because I know he's a busy guy. Yeah, $50 for a cup.
He told me like if we message each other, like he'll have like short. He's always coming back with short answers because like he's always busy. I'm like, dude, I get it. It's so good.
Yeah, $50 for a cup of coffee, and you guys have been following the show long enough that I have mentioned Kupaluak before, but for those that forget or don't know, Kupaluak is a coffee that there's this wildcat. I forget the name of it. Shoot me. I don't know. I didn't do my research, I guess. But it's this wildcat that eats coffee grounds in the wild, like coffee beans in the wild,
Yeah,
or seeds or whatever you call them, and they shit them out. And they take the excrement of this cat and they sanitize it and they make coffee out of it.
yeah. I think I've heard that one too.
And I can
It's
just
literally like cat poo or something like that.
yeah, it's cat poo coffee, and it's funny because I got to thinking. I got high yesterday and I started thinking. This was before I had AC on. I had the idea to ask him the question. But could you imagine if he started making this coffee? Could you imagine like AC in his home with like this fucking wildcat scooping its shit off his counter?
They don't have there's mugs because they were just limited runs mugs. So he sold out on them.
That's the kind of cat it is.
He's got some cool T-shirts though.
Speaking of, how many things do you have that's like a rarity item, like a limited time only item? Like, do you have any like really rare shit?
Just trying to think.
Because for me, I've got two things that that are considered rare now, and I don't think they're worth that much because it's just a rarity item. But I have like an Alice Cooper $1 Billion Babies like painting was on his shop for a short amount of time. There's only 300 of them made, and each one specially designed for that specific like shipment.
Yeah.
And I have one of those, and I got one of those, and I've also got a Bisto Blanco shirt that is very limited time pressing.
Which one's that one?
It was a fuck up when I was talking to Chuck, and he's like, "Yeah, that was a fuck up, bro." He's like, "I didn't know the spelling was messed up on the shirt." The shirt actually was supposed to say, "Who the fuck is Bisto Blanco?"
Oh yeah, I've seen that one. Yeah, I think they reprinted that shirt.
It actually says, "Who is the fuck is Bisto Blanco?" instead of "Who in the fuck is." Who is the fuck is? And Chuck told me that it took him all day to figure out there was a typo on it. He was wearing it all day. People were laughing at him. He's like, "What? Something seems wrong here." And Calico's like, "Read it out loud."
That's funny as shit, dude.
And they had it on their shop for a while.
Yeah, just try. I'm in my living room right now, and that's where all my junk is.
But hi everyone in the chat. Hi Renee. Hi Jackie. Hi Mom.
Every guy.
Hi, Gloria. Naomi, yes, I do have $1 billion babies painting. I don't know if it was hand painted and just repressed like 300 times or what, but I think they were just each one was hand painted. I have it at my house. Hey, Grat, could you do me a favor?
What's that?
Could you show these lovely people some of your collection? I'm going to go brew me another cup of coffee.
Which collection?
Just show them random shit in your house. I'm going to heat up this mug.
I'll just bring my laptop and just walk around.
No, I wanted to heat up my mug so people can see what's on it.
Yeah.
So show the world all your shit. I'll be right back.
all of my stuff.
I'll be right back.
All right, cool.
Keep them occupied. This is
how's everyone doing? Good. That's good. You guys love horror movies? If so, if you guys like clowns, I have this really cool Captain Spaulding head knockers figurine that I've had for like maybe 7 years, maybe less, but it's my favorite.
Oh, dude, I love Captain Spaulding. I just came back to seeing his face.
Yeah, I've had this for years, man.
I
want to get a tattoo of his head on the back of my leg just to piss people off.
Dude, I had to get rid of the logo for that. I'm in love. Do you have any other characters from House of a Thousand Corpse and Devil's Rejects?
I wish. But actually, I'm bringing my logo.
Hey, I just quickly switched over to the chat, and somebody said, show us your guitars, but I thought it said genitals. And I got really confused. Yes, Renee, I did see 3 from Hell. I loved it. I just hated that Captain Spaulding wasn't in it.
Yeah.
I'm making an ultimate mistake, but I'm doing this for you guys. I didn't feel like cleaning out the Keurig, so I just used the same coffee grounds that were in there.
I love Free from Hell. That was like one of my favorite movies as well. As you can see, guys, I'm a big Alice Cooper fan.
Dude, I couldn't tell. Who's Alice Cooper again? Is he that guy?
She's that chick. He has Ryan Roxy from Steel Panther in his band.
Oh, doesn't he do that song like, come on, now, take it. Yeah, that's Alice Cooper, yeah.
And this one's my favorite, Michael Myers. I've got this one as a going away present.
Dude,
a couple of years ago from one of my other jobs when I left.
Holy fuck, dude. I love Michael Myers. I really liked him in Shrek.
Yeah. I've got heaps of shit, but yeah, I'm just all over the shop.
Do you have an Angus Young?
No.
All right. Did you see when Renee brought up a good point? And my mom loves your Alice Cooper mug, your Alice Cooper Funko, by the way. Renee said that, remember when Johnny Depp in Dark Shadows was like, that's an ugly woman?
Yeah. That was a good line in that movie. That was a good movie, too. I really enjoyed that movie. Like, it was good.
What was your favorite appearance of a musician in a movie?
It's either Ozzy Osbourne in the movie Suck.
That was good.
Yeah, how he bit off the head of the bat.
Yeah, he was also Little Nicky and did the same thing.
Yeah, and obviously the famous Alice Cooper part in Wayne's World.
You know what one people rarely mention, but it's one of my favorites? Cannibal Corpse and Ace Ventura.
I did not know that was Cannibal Corpse until years later after that when I first watched it because I was unaware of the death metal stuff.
Yeah, so was I. I didn't find out till 5 years ago. I'm being brutally honest. And I'm a huge Jim Carrey fan. You know how that came about?
Sorry, my alarm went off. Yeah, what's that?
Do you know how that came about?
Nah, man.
Jim Carrey is a huge Cannibal Corpse fan and a Napalm Death fan.
Yeah, I think he mentioned about it on the talk show or something.
And he was asked, what musician do you want on this movie? And he's like, Cannibal Corpse. So they got a hold of them, and Corpse Grinder, who is a huge fan of Jim Carrey, and so is the rest of the band Cannibal Corpse, thought they were joking. And they were like, yeah, we'd love to meet up, blah, 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 but here's the downfall. We can't do the movie, unfortunately. And they were bummed about it if it was legit. So they couldn't do the movie due to a tour. Guess what Jim said? We're not doing the movie. We're going to push it 6 months so they can actually be in the movie because that's the only band I want. So they waited until they were done with the tour. And they showed up on the scene and they're like, Jim Carrey walked up and was like, I'm a huge fan. Like, what the fuck? He was like the biggest actor in the world at the time. And at that time, Cannibal Corpse was not that big of a band.
No, that's with that other singer, correct?
In that movie, I believe Corpse Grinder was their singer.
Which one's that?
Their current singer.
Is that the one with the fat neck?
Yeah, their current singer with the big-ass neck. Oh, another good cameo. Alice Cooper in Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club.
I haven't seen that one.
It's good. I haven't seen it in years. I got to watch it again. Or Meatloaf in Rocky Horror Picture Show.
That the Muppets one when Alice was in there as well.
Didn't he try to get Kermit the Frog to sell his soul to the devil?
In the Muppets?
Yeah. Wasn't that like the storyline?
That wouldn't be so surprising.
I think that was the storyline of the first time he was on the Muppets.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
I could be
from the Welcome to My Nightmare thing.
Yeah, I could be mistaken. Can you still hear me? I had to turn my microphone down a little bit.
No, it's all good.
Okay. But yeah, Cooper in Muppets was really good. Alice Cooper in Suck was really good. At the very end,
I think he only played like a short role. He was
at the very end. He was the main vampire behind it all, I think.
Yeah, his daughter played as the bar chick.
Yeah.
As far as I remember. I think it's up on... Actually, no, it's not on any streaming services here.
So I saw this documentary the other day. Speaking of streaming services, Blockbuster is still around. I didn't know that. Remember Blockbuster? Did you guys have Blockbuster in Australia?
Yeah, we do, yeah.
Or you did? The last known Blockbuster, there is one left in the United States. It's in Oregon.
Yeah.
It's also the same state that made all drugs legal. So go to Yep. Naomi has it. It is correct. Kermit the Frog sold his soul to the devil. It was a fucking kid's show.
And he was selling his show, and he was selling his soul to the devil. That's hilarious. On a kid's TV show.
If I remember correctly, Kermit the Frog wanted to be a musician. And he was asking Alice Cooper how he could become a musician, and Alice Cooper had him sign a contract because he had to sell his soul to the devil in order to be a good musician, I think was the storyline. But what's crazy about Blockbuster, back on this subject, this blew my fucking mind, bro. I would be so pissed if I was the guys at Blockbuster. In 2002, when Blockbuster was still around, they still had quite a few stores. This guy went to one of their meetings. Just a random guy showed up, and he's like, hey, guys, I have this idea, and it's going to make billions of dollars. And I will sell you the rights to this company that I'm going to create for $5 million. You can have it. I just want to work for Blockbuster and help you guys out with it. And Blockbuster laughed him out of the building. And guess what that concept was?
What was it?
Netflix.
Oh, really?
The guy went on to create Netflix on his own and took Blockbuster essentially out of business.
Fuck.
Yeah, because Blockbuster's like, streaming's not going to be a thing, and laughed him out of the
building. Yeah, but then Netflix has kind of gone downhill here, like in Australia, in my opinion.
How ironic would it be if Blockbuster came back with their own streaming service and then took Netflix out of business? They were going to do that. Netflix, Blockbuster was working on their own streaming service, but in 2008 we had a stock market crash and they went bankrupt.
Yeah, right.
Right now, if it wasn't,
that's the first time I've heard that.
Yeah, if it wasn't for the stock market crash, there's a documentary you can watch. I think it's on Amazon. It's called The Last Blockbuster. They go through all this.
It's under the documentary part?
Yeah, it's either on
Amazon.
It's either on Amazon or Netflix or Hulu.
Okay, because I've got Stan, which is the Australian streaming service, which I still need to. I'll give you my details so you can log in. It's actually pretty good, and I just re-got Disney Plus the other day because Disney Plus has put on a lot of movies now, especially like violent movies.
Speaking of Disney Plus, have you seen the new Mandalorian season? No spoilers.
No.
Do you like Star Wars?
My mate was trying to get me into like the last couple of Star Wars films that like came out recently. I just can't get into them. I used to get into it like when I was younger, but not now.
All right, hold on. I need to get my cup. I'm not leaving you, but you kind of upset me about the Star Wars thing. I need to get my cup.
It is 3:25 a.m. here, Connect. Past my bedtime, bro.
Sorry, Greg. I'm here, buddy. I'm here. Show's still gonna go on.
You're leaving me on a spot, bro. I'm getting all nervous.
It's okay. You're allowed to be on the spot. I'm getting you ready, bro, because you're gonna be a regular on the show eventually. You're gonna be like a co-host.
That's fine. I really enjoyed hanging out with you guys and everybody in the chat. So
I love having you on. This is what the mug turns into. I just did a coffee sin, by the way. I just did a coffee sin.
Adam, what country are you in? I'm from Australia.
We can't tell by the accent at all.
It's either from New Zealand or friggin' Mexico or somewhere.
I'm keeping Adam past his bedtime. Do you have a bedtime? Like, what time do you normally go to bed? Because
at the moment, it's no later than 10:30. The other night, I did stay up and watch 2 Die Hard movies at once.
Die Hard sounds like a really bad necrophiliac, like porn. Die Hard.
Yeah, it's Chris is here. Hey, Chris.
Hey, Chris. Thank you for stopping by. Anybody listening to this, you can go ahead and subscribe, like, follow. You can follow the Doof Warrior on Instagram at Gorak_1987. 85, dude. I'm trying to make you younger than you are. Let it happen. No, it's 19.
My beard fell off. I have no hair. I look super young.
You look so young that you could you know what you could really pull off. Let me see if I can get you going here. Oh, hold on. I really don't have anything set up for this, so laugh at me all you want. Well, never mind. I can't do it. I had a GIF for you, but it won't let me pop it up.
Oh, really?
Yeah, let's see if I can do it this way.
Yeah, man.
I had a GIF, but it's this StreamYard shit. They updated, and they don't let you do GIFs anymore.
Oh, really?
They let you do GIFs, but they got to be like really small.
Oh, right.
I had one of like the James Bond, like him walking and then shooting at the camera. I was gonna play that, but I can't.
My mom freaking loved that photo that you made of me.
as Sean Connery. If you ever need me to take like the logos and shit off of any of these pictures that I made, I can. So you can make a profile picture.
I'm happy, dude. I'm gonna start printing them off and start framing them, man.
But yeah, for those that came by to see Acey Slade and instead you got us too, I'm glad you guys are staying because we haven't lost.
We have the Rock stunt double here. It's all good. You
just did like the Rob Van Dam, like that guy, Rob Van Dam. I don't know if you're familiar with him.
Yes, I was a big follower.
He's a big time. He's very athletic. The dude, I don't think ever did a wrestling match not stoned. No, I'm serious. The dude
Was he
is
sparring the whole time when he was doing wrestling matches?
he was. The dude's a big time pot advocate. He has been his entire career. The reason why, like in WWE, he won the WWE belt and shit, but his title reigns never lasted long, and neither did his time in the company very long, like maybe a couple years, because he kept getting busted with weed, and Vince kept firing him.
Was he? Is he? I've always thought that was he related to the actor?
No. Funny story.
Cool. They kind of look like each other.
Funny story. I did grow up a wrestling fan, and Jean-Claude Van Damme does do Rob Van Damme's workout where he does the split on the chairs and lifts the weights. Rob Van Dam started doing that and like when he was wrestling.
Yeah, in ACW, correct?
Yeah, when he was with ECW, he did that. Well, Rob used to have a radio show on Blog Talk Radio, and I used to listen to it all the time.
Yeah.
And Rob, I was on the air with him one time. I think I was on the air at this time. I'm not sure. He would bring fans on and they could talk to him, and he made them part of the show. Well, it was him, Sabu was on the show at that time, and so was Bill Alfonso, his manager in ECW. Well, Rob said he met Jean-Claude Van Damme many years ago.
Yeah.
And Jean-Claude refused to get a photo with him. Refused, because Rob's bigger than him. And Jean-Claude did not want to be seen as this little guy. So he refused to take a photo with Rob.
I swear, like, RVD can be like Jean-Claude Van Damme's stunt double if you really wanted to. Right. Just cut down.
Everyone in the chat's talking about how old they are, and they're like, 50 is the new 20, somebody said. Okay. 50 is the new...
Chris, 55's not old, mate. You look 35, all right, dude?
If 50 is the new 20, man, then some people's in prison for the wrong things.
I'm actually 35 years old, and a lot of people reckons I'm younger than that.
I love my mom, but my mom's over here saying, Chris, you're still a baby. I'm way older than you. My mom's a lovely lady. I love my mom to pieces. She's so sweet. She volunteered to be a waitress during the Last Supper. That's a true story. She waitressed. she waitressed the Last Supper. That picture, you know, like of Jesus sitting there and there's that woman like leaning over the table. That's my mom.
Really?
Yeah, nice guy. Jesus is a great guy, isn't he, Mom? I love you, Mom.
Shout out to Mike's mom. Word.
Shout out. If it wasn't for her and my dad thinking they couldn't have a kid, I wouldn't be here.
You're not exactly right. My mom and dad, you wouldn't have the pocket-sized Dwayne Johnson.
Right. Have you thought about like doing a meet and greet with The Rock, and just like...
dude, I would have a face-off with him, eh?
Here's how me and my mom talk to each other. Okay. Love you, Mike, but you're still an ass.
That is true. No, I'm
okay, I've been told I'm a very lovable guy, but I'm also an asshole. So,
no shit. No, I'm joking.
Dude, your head is like so shiny today. I think you should grow your hair out, though.
Dude, it would just kind of look like the professor from Back to the Future.
Yeah, that's what I'm going for. Or you said you're thinning on top. Just shave the top, grow out your like mustache, and you could be a mixture of Hulk Hogan and The Rock. You could. Like, I'm gonna lay the smackdown on you, brother.
Dude, this is too late for me. I'm
gonna lay the smackdown on you, brother.
Oh man. See you, Jackie. Thanks for stopping by.
Bye, Jackie. Thank you for stopping by. Oh, Anders did have a question for you. He asked me before we went on the air.
Oh, okay.
This is a good one. So
was this supposed to be for Acey? Because I'm not Acey, bro.
What? I just thought you like changed your hair again.
Yeah.
I thought this was the new Acey look. No. Anders had a question for you.
All right.
What is your go-to riff to play, but you cannot pick a song by Black Sabbath or Ozzy Osbourne?
Ah, fuck. Really, bro? My go-to riff, anything by Saint Anger. No, I'm joking. Because it's such an underrated album.
You're one of the few people that like that fucking album.
Yeah, could you see? Like, okay, we'll go back to that topic later on.
Oh, Chris Vickers added to it. Can't pick Wednesday 13 either.
Why, Chris? Why, man? I thought we're friends, dude. Oh, you God. My go-to riff.
Bye, Renee.
See you, Renee.
Your go-to riff can't be Black Sabbath, can't be Ozzy Osbourne or Wednesday 13,
My
or the Murder Dolls.
Why? Shit. I've actually learned. Can it be a song that I learned recently?
Mm-hmm.
Well, 2 songs recently.
As long as you know how to play it and it's your go-to song.
Yeah. The one that I posted up on my Instagram by Evanescence from off the new album.
Oh, I haven't. I know
it's really good.
I haven't had a chance to listen to the new album. I'll be honest.
It's really good. People are complaining about the mixing, but I guess if you wore headphones, it's different.
That's weird. Like, if the mixing's not too awful, I don't care because I'm not a fucking producer. Why do I give it?
Probably my go-to riff will probably be, you guys make it so hard for me to fucking.
Do you know any bands other than Black Sabbath, Ozzy Osbourne, or Wednesday?
Let's see the song. Because that was it's a really cool riff that I like playing around along to.
You said Seether?
Yeah, is it Remedy?
I just now, it's funny when you said that. I'm like, take me back to the Remedy. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a really cool riff. That's one of my favorites, like to play go-to riff. Probably it used to be a Kiss song. I used to jam a lot of Strata.
Oh, I thought you said this song used to be a Kiss song. Whose song is it now?
Well, Kiss is a cover band now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, somewhat. I'd say I'd give you that.
Yeah.
So I thought your favorite riff was going to be like, look, if you had one shot or one opportunity to capture everything you ever wanted, would you let it slip? Eminem, like.
Lose Yourself.
Yeah, dude, you should learn that on guitar and make a metal cover.
Yeah, actually, one of my good friends, he's one of my Instagram followers. He'd done a cover of "Wannabe" or something by the Spice Girls, a metal cover. And I messaged him, and I'm like, dude, can you do the tabs up for this, please?
Did I tell you my idea? Did I tell you my idea for a cover band? Did I tell you this yet? My idea for a cover band. I have an idea. We are going to do pop covers. Hear me out. We're going to be doing pop music covers in the style of Korn.
Hell yeah.
We are called Popcorn.
That's cheesy as fuck.
Yeah.
I don't know what's more cheesy, that or Ronnie James Dio's lyrics.
I love Dio, though.
Me too. Me too. God bless that little man.
Could you imagine that you come see us live and it's like, oh, baby, how was I supposed to know that something wasn't boom, bop?
Isn't there a dude on YouTube? He's really, really famous. He does like metal. He does cover songs in different types of voices, styles.
Yeah,
his name is Vincent or something.
Yeah, Vincent. Vincent. I forget his full name, and I feel dumb because I'm a big fan of this guy. James Michael Vincent.
I think so. That's him. Yeah.
He does the 10-second songs videos.
Yeah, he's actually really good.
I plan on eventually, if I can get a contact, having him on the show.
Oh, dude, that'd be sick. Because I'm gonna ask him like, you look like Kirk Hammett.
He can sing like anyone.
Yeah.
That's fucking incredible.
Yeah, like I think he was doing like corn songs in like 10 different styles or whatever it was, and it was so fucking good, dude. Like,
we are the champions, my friends. Dun-dun-dun.
to go back to the Sadanga thing, and I don't really give a fuck what anyone says. I do love that album. If only the snare drum was right.
It's better than Lulu.
I think anything's better than Lulu.
Have you listened to Lulu from beginning to end?
I've tried. Yeah, I've tried, man.
It's awful. It's slam poetry, but with Metallica riffs.
Could you imagine like the snare drum for Say the Anger on like the earlier Metallica stuff, like Injustice for All? Like on the last track.
Saint Anger would be a good album if the drums were changed.
Yeah.
They should re-release it with new drums.
I think so too.
Like whose idea was it?
Apparently there were bass tracks of the Injustice for All sessions. Well, the bass was turned low, apparently.
There was no bass on that album at all. They took the bass completely off. There was actually, you can find the full album with bass, but they took the bass off because James Hetfield and all the guys decided the last minute to remove the bass, which pissed off. What's his name? Help me. The guy that replaced Kirk. Not Kirk, but that replaced Cliff.
Jason
Newsted.
Yeah.
He was kind of pissed about it, but they removed his bass completely. And the reasoning why is because they felt it'd be disrespectful to Cliff to have bass on the album. I'm like, what? Popcorn, cop porn. Dude, we should start a band called Cop Porn.
Canax should be one of the band members since he knows how to come up with really cool band names, man.
Dude, I have a name for a solo.
He's such a better guitar player than me, so there you go.
I have an idea for a solo band. We should do this all across the world. Have Kanak on lead guitar, you on rhythm, get Funky on bass. Find us a drummer. Fuck Mike Fasano. Get Mike Fasano on drums. I'm gonna start a solo band. It's called Hemorrhoid Mike and the Anal Fishers.
It kind of sounds like Hanoi Rocks or something.
No, Hemorrhoid Mike and the Anal Fishers. Yeah. We're gonna be like a shock rock, thrash metal, hard rock group. I'm gonna come out and like we're gonna have like this doctor come out, and instead of like chopping my head off like with Alice, he's just gonna give me a prostate exam while I'm performing. Hemorrhoid Mike and the Anal Fishers.
I love that.
And then we have Vic. He can photo shoot.
Yeah. Yes.
And we'll be like Guar, dude. Whenever he pulls his finger out, like we're gonna have like blood and stuff squirting to the audience.
And then, yeah, I like that idea.
Hemorrhoid Mike, and I can make shitty ideas work, dude. Check this out.
Suzanne Burkholder on drums. Yeah, she's actually doing pretty good on drums too now.
Dude, let's do it.
I like that.
Did you know that there is a all gay AC/DC cover band that I found out about? I found out about it a couple years ago.
I think I've heard about this.
They're called Gay C/DC. I'm not kidding. Don't laugh.
Like it's just like okay then.
My mom's all for Hemorrhoid Mike and the Anal Fishers.
See, at least your mom's really supportive.
Yeah, she's like, I'll go see Hemorrhoid Mike. Well,
Hemorrhoid Mike.
Hemorrhoid Mike and the Anal Fishers.
She actually watches your show? Because that's God bless her.
Yeah, it's a rough one sometimes. No, she's probably right now at home because she's getting ready for a big boxing match coming up. So she's probably on the bike. She gets on that bike and she'll have her laptop on and she'll be watching as she's working out.
I like that. That's good.
Yeah, she's getting ready for a big fight coming up.
Boxing, hey?
Yeah, she's into senior boxing.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, she does like UFC.
Dude, that's badass.
Usually against my dad. That's her big opponent. But dude, I should do that. I should create my own senior boxing company or senior MMA.
Yeah.
Like senior citizens coming out in like wheelchairs and walkers and shit.
I could see us having our own wrestling business.
I've always wanted to start my own wrestling business because
And it'll be like a mixture of midgets as well.
Well, if I had the money and I could if I had like millions of dollars, like AEW money, I would start my own wrestling company and just buy contracts of all these people.
One of my close friends, he's in a wrestling business in Australia.
My dad always loses against my mom. But what company? What's the name of the?
It's a local one. He's been to America for training, and he knows DDP very well. He's good friends with him.
Nice.
Yeah. I'll find it after the show, and I'll send it to you or something, either through Instagram or through Facebook. But yeah, he still does pro wrestling every now and then, but he manages it, and he's trying to get sort of like the retire-ish WWE wrestlers to Australia. So they had, you remember, is it Carlos?
Carlito.
Carlito, yeah, they had him in Wollongong almost a year ago now, I think.
My mom loves DDP, by the way.
Oh, that dude's super fit.
I would love to have him on the show eventually.
Yeah, he's actually been to America for wrestling training and how to become like a wrestler trainer and teach people how to wrestle and stuff and learn the marketing.
I've always thought about getting into becoming a writer for a wrestling company, at least a part-time writer. But part-time writing for wrestling companies isn't a thing. You're either in it or you're not.
I reckon it'll be heaps hard to come up with storylines too.
It's weird because every time that I watch wrestling, I think of ways that I think it would be better. But then I find out that here's what the original idea was, but Vince didn't like it, so he changed it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, your mindset is in the 80s, and that type of wrestling doesn't work anymore.
No, not in this day and age now, man.
No, having some pro-American hero going against somebody else of different skin color is kind of racist nowadays by today's
standards. It's either that or there's more half-naked women on fucking wrestling now.
Right?
When it's supposed to be a family show.
Thank you, Mom. Love you.
Bye, Mom. Dwayne Johnson loves you.
So, no, wrestling has gotten that way. WWE has gotten that way. AEW, I started watching it a while ago, and they had a match recently where the concept was there was barbed wire. Now this might sound this sounds dumb, but hear me out. They had barbed wire around the ropes on three sides of the ring. One part of the ring did not, so that they can enter the ring and exit.
Yeah,
that's not enough. This idea came from Japan, by the way, where people are fucking crazy.
Japan wrestling is crazy, dude.
The barbed wire, if you land on it, explodes. There's barbed wire boards on the outside that have CO2 explosions in them.
Yeah.
So they explode too. And if the match goes on for longer than, I think, 30 minutes or something, the whole ring explodes.
Holy shit.
Now, there was an error or something in this company, and it didn't explode. It just little sparklers or some shit. But I've seen this actual match play out, and it's fucking terrifying because the people made it out of the ring, and then the whole fucking ring exploded. I'm like, woo!
That's dangerous shit.
They have one wrestling match in Japan that gave me goosebumps because the way that you win this match is by throwing your opponent into a piranha tank.
You remember Pride FC?
Yeah. Wasn't that the MMA company that got shut down because they were scripted?
Oh, really?
I think that was it. There was a MMA. I could be wrong.
Because that Pride FC was pretty full on compared to freaking UFC.
It might have been a different company. I could be thinking about the wrong
It
company.
might have been because I couldn't see that scripted, man. That's just too. That's just yeah.
Honestly, you can script anything because realistically, if you look at like pro wrestling, for instance, something that we both know a little bit about, up until 1980s, it was labeled an actual sport and it was really competitive, and people placed bets on wrestling matches in the 60s and 70s and before that. People thought it was real because it looked real.
Yeah,
it looked very real.
I can't imagine wrestling. I can't see wrestling going unscripted.
Yeah, but back then it looked unscripted because they didn't have storylines. They just fought.
Yeah,
but
kept it like that.
But here's what happened. In the 80s, the United States government created this law where if you are a betting sport, you have to pay a tax. And Vince is like, hey, we're not a sport, we're sports entertainment. And he pretty much blew the cover that wrestling has been scripted for all these years.
Oh, wow.
Because what happened was, I think in the 1930s, yes, that long ago, wrestling's been going on since like the 1700s. They started introducing belts and stuff. And in the 1920s, the way wrestling used to work is they used to have different circuits in different areas.
Yeah.
Well, they would actually have champion that would go all over the world. Well, they used to go to circus to circus to circus, and they realized they're beating the fuck out of themselves doing these circuses. Well, they found out that certain circuses was just scripting the whole fucking match. So they decided to do that everywhere.
Yeah.
So wrestling hasn't been 100% unscripted since the 1920s, at least.
Yeah. But could you imagine, like, if they still doing that?
Did that? Yeah.
Like,
I think it would die off, though. I think it would have died off because, look, realistically,
people will get hurt so easily.
Well, look, realistically, like, boxing isn't as big as it once was.
Boxing's it's hard. I still think it's fixed.
You can fix anything. Jake the Snake Roberts, former pro wrestler, made a point that is fucking weird, like, mindset to have, but if you think about it, it could be true. He said in an interview, he's like, I believe every single professional sport is fixed one way or another. They know who's going to win at the very end. In football, it's the referees that know who's going to win.
Yeah, it's football, basketball as well. Mm-hmm. The referees in the NBA has gone really, 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 really soft lately, which is really shit. I find, because I'm a big basketball fan, I just find when you see referees making bad calls, I don't think they know what they're doing.
They know what they're doing. It's scripted in a sense that the referee knows what's going on and the other people don't.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of politics that go into sports because a lot of people bet against the actual, like, people will bet against the NFL. Be like, hey, this team's going to win. And the NFL's going to say, no, this team's going to win. Why would you bet against yourself?
Yeah. Yeah. It's happened a few times, and most of them got caught and got fined.
Yeah. Like, why would you bet against yourself? So I think any sport could be fixed, to be brutally honest. I'm not a big sports fan, though. That's what sets me apart from a lot of people and kind of upsets me because I can't relate to a lot of people. I watch pro wrestling, but I can't. I don't know. I don't know if it's too, like, hard to keep up with. I tried hockey, and I know the rules of hockey. I can sit and watch a hockey match all day.
I can't watch the NFL because that shit goes for too long. And I watched the Super Bowl recently that was on this year for the first time. And then I was messaging one of the guys from Def Comes Lifting. I'm like, how do you watch this shit, guys? Like,
I can't watch WrestleMania anymore. I can't.
No? Too long?
WrestleMania itself, a couple years ago, I remember watching it. It was like the show itself was like 5 hours long with like an hour and a half long pre-show. It was like a 6-hour fucking pay-per-view, including the pre-show.
Fucking, that's like my working hour done. My days at work done.
Like, it starts, like, the pre-show will start at like 4. It'll end at like 6. The pay-per-view will start and it won't end till like midnight. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Because, like, they show more ads than what they do with matches. That's what I don't get.
or there's too much talking. Because if you look at wrestling, the thing that ruined wrestling, the reason why there's not a whole lot of wrestling fans anymore, is there's too much fucking wrestling. WWE has 3 fucking shows. Each one is 2 to 3 hours long. Plus, they have a pay-per-view maybe once a month. That's
normally a pay-per-view is averaging 2 to 2.5 hours, depending how long the matches go.
Pay-per-views nowadays are like 3 hours long, bro.
Yeah, I honestly don't know how people can sit through that for that long.
Fuck you, Chris.
I like this show.
I love you, bro. But
we need to get him on here.
Yeah, I'd love to.
I love to have him on here and let him hang out with us.
I do plan on eventually starting another show. Like not the same as Pink Sock because it sucked on 2 of the same show. But I feel like doing a free conversation show is great, but I need a separate show that has a based thing to talk about.
Yeah.
That I'm passionate about. Because having this show, I've noticed we lose viewers when we talk about certain things, and then they come back when we talk about other things. I'd like to do like maybe like a show about weed. I don't know.
Hey, whatever floats your boat, man.
Well, I'm thinking about becoming a bud tender eventually. Yeah. I'd like to educate myself more because you know how much them fuckers make?
A lot.
They make like $30,000 to $35,000 a year, bro.
Yeah,
I get it, Chris. I love you. I was just joking too. I can take a good roast. I can. I'm thinking about having a roast on this show eventually. If any of my friends are down for having their own roast.
Wow.
Andy said a set subject. Not for this show. I'm never going to do that for this show. This show is going to be free range all day long. But I'd like to have a show where people can go and be like, "Hey, I know what they're going to talk about every week."
Yeah.
Like, I'd like to do something more educational, if that makes any sense, because it would help me improve myself and whatever. I could do that with this show though,
if you really want to.
But Pink Sock, I mean.
Pink Sock as an educational show, like, come on! I think we've only done that once.
it'd be a sex educational show.
Yeah, but that's still education.
Did you read Acey Slade, the book that Acey Slade's in called Sex Tips?
I heard about it, and I think I think that book came out before
10 years ago. Well, 11 years ago.
Yeah, it came out after he got I think he was going through a nasty breakup, and they were interviewing about that book at the time, and he was breaking up with his girlfriend or whoever.
Well, a lot of the questions were interesting, like that they asked, and I don't know. Like one of the rock stars they interviewed was Lemmy, and that's fucking hilarious that they chose Lemmy. Like
Lemmy,
the guy that's known for having sex with like what 9 people a day. I don't know how. Like I admire this guy because. Not because he had sex with that many people, but that he could find that many people interested in him, bro. Like the dude was not like
he wasn't ridiculous good looking, but obviously because he plays in a friggin' band. Like
either that or he just knew how to find them.
Yeah.
They couldn't all be attractive women. They couldn't all be like very attractive women. Like he's probably going after like anyone.
Yeah. I bet you it's the warts.
He's probably, well, I mean, it's ribbed for her pleasure. He probably goes down on him a lot. I went there. Whoops.
Oopsie. Love you, Lemmy.
Speaking of comedy, we do have a comedy guest next week.
Yeah, we do. That's going to be fun. That is going to be fun.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah,
it's going to be a blast. I haven't heard from her, so hopefully it's still on.
Yeah, man, that'd be cool. That'd be cool.
Yeah, she's the oldest touring stand-up comedian.
Hell yeah! Well, she's like 79.
No, she started comedy at 70 or 71. We'll find out on the show. She has been in comedy for 17 years, I think.
So 87.
She's 87.
86, yeah. Fuck, man. Credit to her.
She's fucking hilarious, man. Like
Yeah.
I said this last week, and I'll say it again. That email she sent me was the best email I've ever gotten.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm the world's oldest stand-up comedian. Anyone older than me can't stand up. I was like, that's like comedy gold, bro.
It is, yeah. That is gold. That should be fun, man.
She actually plans on running for president.
Really?
Yeah, she said that if Trump runs again, he can't grab her by the pussy because it drags on the floor. That's what she said, not me. That's what
I gotta be here for this one.
She's awesome. She was on Britain's Got Talent.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Fuck, that is awesome. Well, have you got anyone else after that?
Anyone else after her? Yes, I just have to make flyers. I was just going to announce them as we go.
Yeah.
I just don't want to overwhelm people and be like, here's who we have for 2 months. And then people
and then after that it gets canceled.
Yeah, so I'm just doing it week at a time. Doing it a week at a time.
I did speak to Zach. He said it is the 3rd of May.
Okay. I have it all written. I have it all written down somewhere.
Yeah, we keep forgetting to mention it on his podcast because when he starts, it's early in the morning for him, and he like when we do our Sabbath Sundays podcast, it only lasts for 40 minutes, and he's got stuff to do, so it's really hard to bring up these things.
That's a month away, bro. You got time.
Oh yeah.
I've noticed people, including myself. If you don't tell them like a week before, if you tell them like a month before and then not tell them again, they'll forget.
Yeah, I know.
So you got to like start promoting shit like a week before. But here's the shitty part. Like if it's a concert or something like this, you got to just constantly promote because people will then work. You know what I mean? And
yeah.
I don't want to do this.
So.
I don't want to do this, but I've been thinking heavily about changing Pink Sock to Sunday so more people could join.
Sunday. So that'll be Monday here for me.
But I don't know. The last thing I want to do is change this again and confuse people.
Didn't you start off on the Sunday before?
Saturday,
then Monday, was it?
It started off Saturday at night. We actually was doing it at like 8:00 at night or some shit like that. And that was during the pandemic, so I wasn't really working because I saved up enough money to just take time off work.
So were you doing this before or after the pandemic?
During. I started it. We were supposed to do this podcast. It was supposed to originally be me, Tony, and a friend of ours in a basement just bullshitting. No guests, just unscripted, me and them just bullshitting. That
sounds awesome.
Well, his friend kind of dropped out of it. It was originally going to be called 3 Sweaty Dudes in a Basement.
But that sounds like another cool band too.
But his friend couldn't do it every week. And then I'm like, I had to come up with a really clever name. And one day I was driving, I'm like, Pink Sock Podcast. And Tony's like, what the fuck? Because he was talking about a band that he wanted, an album he wanted to make called Pink Sock Mayhem at the Old Folks Home. And I'm like, Pink Sock Podcast would be perfect. So we did Pink Sock Podcast. And then my buddy Mike over at Unlucky 13 Art did the logo.
Yeah, I've heard of them before. They're cool.
Unlucky 13 Art. He's a great guy. He's not very big on showing his face. He wants to come on this show, but he's not very big on showing his face. And it's
just be like Ghost and wear a mask.
That's what I was thinking. Be like Ghost. I would love to hear Ghost cover like Dio.
Yeah, Rainbow in the Dark.
Huh?
Rainbow in the Dark. That would be a good choice for that band.
I would love to see Scooby-Doo actually use their music in one of their shows. I would love.
I love that band. I don't give a shit what anyone says, man. And I've some friends seen them live when they toured in Australia and stuff like that, especially when they had the Download Festival here 2 years ago, and I think Ghost was playing. They loved it.
Did you know that one of the ghouls was actually
female?
No. The identity of the ghouls have not been brought up.
Oh, I Googled that shit, dude.
One of the ghouls and it's believed he was also on an album, and he did a couple tours, was Dave Grohl.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Dave Grohl played with Ghost for a while. He never said what instrument he played. He never said what albums he was on, if any, what tours, but he did come out and say...
I'm going to Google that shit after this, bro.
He said he was a ghoul for a little while.
I reckon he's either a drummer
or a guitarist.
Backup singer.
Or guitarist. I mean, there's... How weird would it be if, like, for one show he was like the bass player, or like? Did you know that Dave Grohl?
I didn't know that until now. Thanks, dude.
No problem. Did you know Dave Grohl actually had a short-lived band? They released one album. The name of the band was Probot.
Oh yes, yeah. That's with Lemmy.
It was with Lemmy, Jack Black. The singer from Venom.
It was like a super group or something.
It wasn't necessarily. It was a super group, but they had a set band, but the singer was different on every track.
Yeah.
They had Lemmy. They had the singer of Venom. A lot of that.
Yeah.
Naomi's
daughter likes Ghost, and Ghost is awesome too.
Yeah, Ghost is. I like Ghost. I like to make fun of him though. It is. They said that it's rumors, but I'm pretty sure I saw an interview with Dave Grohl where he said, "Yeah, I was in Ghost for a little while, but I can't really, due to sworn secrecy, he's not allowed really saying what he did."
Yeah, I like him. I hope to hear them do like new music soon. Like,
how funny would it be if like the singer of Ghost just paid these musicians to say they were in Ghost, but it's been the same lineup the whole time?
Wasn't he in Court Battle?
Oh, he was in Court Battle because he didn't pay his backup bands.
His old backup bands or something like that?
Yeah, there's a lot of musicians that came forward and said he did not pay them what he said he would. It actually was crazy because for the longest time, the actual guy that played the singer of Ghost kept denying that he's even in that band. He did the best he could to prove that he wasn't in that band. And then he had to come forward and say who he actually was.
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck.
But like, he has an amazing voice, and he's also a great guitar player as well.
Well, he was in another band alongside while he was in Ghost to prove that he isn't in Ghost. Because he was in a band before Ghost, and that band stayed a band for the longest time.
Yeah, right. Question: If I started my own podcast, what would you call it?
What would I call it?
Yeah, and anyone from the chat can come up with names. The
Gorak Attack Podcast.
So I should like have it something like cheesy, like a Ronnie James Dio lyric.
That's cheesy as fuck, bro. The Gorak Attack.
Gorak Attack. Because if I were gonna do one, it would have to be pre-recorded. Or
if you do it at night, podcast in the dark.
Play, and then have somebody sing "Fear of the Dark," but then like sing the title of the name. I
was thinking like a podcast in the dark. Da 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 da. Yeah.
They'll be like, "What the fuck?"
When you're bored and you're feeling really down, pick up your computer, go to YouTube, and watch the fucking show.
Yeah. And there was lightning. Yeah.
And there's no other podcast to be watching, so go ahead and watch on your own. It's the podcast in the dark.
We're going to use that backing track, and I'll have you singing that.
Like a podcast in the dark.
Fuck yes. I'll friggin' love that. Fist bump to that shit, dude. Fist bump, come on. Fist bump. Yeah.
Like a podcast.
Oh, wait. Richard's got one, the Unicorn Express podcast.
That's my secondary podcast.
I like that. Yeah, that's his secret one, guys.
Like a podcast in the dark. You'd watch.
Yeah. And it's just like me in a corner in my house with one light on.
Well, we'd have to get you to play Rainbow in the Dark. Like you'd have to play the rhythm. You'd have to play. Do you play bass at all?
I would love to learn bass. I was chatting to Acey about this before, like,
dude,
a month ago. And I was like, dude, I'm thinking about buying the bass. Which one do you recommend? And he goes, well, I just bought a Fender, and I'm not really a big Fender guy, but I really like the neck on this Fender P bass. Oh, I think it's P bass or jazz bass. So you should go with that. That's my opinion. I'm like, okay.
We should do this theme song, but like we need you playing like guitar and like rhythm, but have Acey on bass, and then have Burkholder on drums, and then me on vocals. Like a podcast in the dark.
Actually, on one of the Sunday episodes, I opened up the show with a Black Sabbath song on his show, and I was like the first guitarist to do it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was because we were doing the Ronnie James Dio era, and we were up to Heaven and Hell. So I opened up the show with the riff of Heaven and Hell.
What is your favorite Dio era Sabbath song?
Neon Nights.
Mine is Die Young When You Die Young.
Yeah. But then if I had to pick my favorite Ronnie James Dio song, like from his solo career, will probably, so underrated, the song Rock and Roll from Entering the Dragon or something like that. I can't remember. But yeah, such a cool heavy riff.
I was listening to Iron Maiden recently, their album Book of Souls, and this is a random thought. Their song on that album, I forget the actual title, but it's called like When a Clown Cries. You know that song?
Yeah, I got that somewhere.
That song was actually written for Robin Williams.
Oh yeah, he did mention that. He did mention about that when I saw them live.
Yeah, they wrote it. They played that live, bro. That's awesome.
Yeah, they did. I remember. I think it was 2016.
It hasn't been announced yet, but I saw them a couple years ago, and they did say at that show that they are working on a new album.
Yeah.
So I can't wait.
He's still got a good voice. That's all I can say.
You know what I would love to see them do, and they probably will do it eventually. I would love to see them do a show like they did with the History of the Beast or whatever it was called, where they did like all the yeah, they should do a Legacy of the Beast Part 2, but have all their previous singers on the songs that they sung on.
Yeah.
That would be pretty cool. Yeah.
But is it Paul Diano?
Yeah, he's been starting a lot of shit lately, so I don't know if he would actually do it.
He's in bad shape, isn't he?
I don't know. I don't know what kind of shape or condition he's in, but last time I heard he was doing an interview and he's like, I can sing better than Bruce Dickinson nowadays. I don't know why they got rid of me.
I think he was unwell.
I don't know. I don't know if it was Paul that said that or Blaze, but I'm pretty sure it was Paul that said that.
Yeah, right. Like I'm pretty sure he had health issues.
That's not good.
And shit. You still playing guitar?
Occasionally. I'm at a stalemate right now. I don't know how to progress further with the guitar lesson because if I progress further, I'm just confusing myself.
Start learning songs, dude.
I have been, and I'm just, my brain's too slow for that, I guess, because I'm sitting there doing this and my fucking fingers are hitting the wrong buttons and I'm hitting the wrong strings again. I can't figure out how the hell to hold my pick.
Yeah. It's frustrating sometimes.
Because I hold my pick like I notice most people hold it like this, and I like have my hand like this, and then I notice my fingers do this number, and they want to rest in random spots, and I don't know.
Yeah, I haven't been playing that much lately. I've just been too busy with work and going to the gym because I got my powerlifting comping like just under 2 weeks now.
Well, we should start a band, dude. Come up with riffs. I'll come up with lyrics, and we'll just fucking do this.
What's the young kids are listening these days? Is chugga 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 music?
Oh, the fucking gent.
Gent.
Like Meshuggah.
Yeah, I love that genre, but I used to work with a chef. He was a lot more younger than me. He used to listen to a lot of that shit in the kitchen. I'm like, what the fuck is this? He goes, oh, it's um gent. And I always take out the piss of him, like, is it D-gent? Because it has that D. No,
People
man, it's gent. I'm like, no, dude, it's D-gent. It's
people
D-E.
actually talk about that all the time. Like it should be the gent.
Yeah.
Gent is an interesting genre. Have you tried playing gent music? I haven't.
Fucking hard.
But I've seen people try and they end up with carpal tunnel by the end of it.
Because I've seen guitar players like Misha from Periphery, and they do it so well.
Yeah, Periphery is a good band, bro.
I love them. Which
Right.
I've got the signed poster.
But yeah, those who came here to see Acey Slade, he will be back. He will be here. He just won't be here today. What is that? Oh, nice. That's badass, bro.
Yeah.
And Danny has a point. I have anxiety and shit, so I start like I'll be playing. I'm like, fuck, it sounds all right, but I'm playing it wrong or I'm uncomfortable, so I'm trying to fix the way I'm playing, and then I can't find a comfortable way to play.
Yeah. I find I play better sitting down than standing up.
I overthink too much. Like I'm like, fuck, I'm not doing this correctly or this, that, and the other, and it's weird.
Yeah.
And
I'm learning more songs by ear now as well.
Guitar is supposed to be a soothing thing, and I'm sitting here overthinking it.
Yeah. I've actually just been learning a lot of songs by ear.
I learn it by taste. I cook by ear and I learn guitar by taste.
Yeah. All right then, dude.
Can you play guitar with your tongue?
No, I'm not that good.
Dude, that would fucking hurt. Like slice your tongue open or some shit.
I've sliced my finger playing guitar, which is not pretty at all.
Yeah.
Stuff. But yeah. Has Acey given you a time? When is he coming back on the day?
No, I will announce that. It's gonna be kind of hard to pencil him in because we've got so many guests coming up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get a hold of him and see if he's available at the end of this month. We have a guest lined up. Kath won't tell me who, but we have a guest for the 17th. So I'm thinking, I don't think we have anyone on the 26th.
Yeah.
Well,
Because
no,
I know he does one of his live streams on his Instagram or Facebook.
Well, no, it'd be the
2 p.m.
What? I'm sorry, I'm thinking out loud. What?
No, I know Acey does like a live stream.
Mm-hmm.
Every Mondays. It's either, I think it's at 2 p.m.
Well, I don't know how long this work thing is going to last, but I don't think we have a guest for the 26th, but we do for the 19th.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm going to have to get a hold of Acey, and I'll see if he's available on the 26th. I don't know how long this work thing will last. If it lasts too long, I might have to wait and schedule it in June, but I don't know if he wants to wait that long to fucking announce it.
Probably the sooner the better.
Yeah, so I'll ask him. I might be able to do May. Let me see what my guests are real quick. You guys are allowed to know who the guests are. Just promoting wise, I'm not going to come out and say because I don't want to start promoting too early and then people forget. But hold on, my computer is starting to freeze a little bit. Not the chat, but stay with me, buddy.
All good, man.
Stay with me. It's freezing.
All good. I'm still awake.
You're still awake?
Yeah, it's only 4:20 a.m. here.
I do practice, but what happens is I get frustrated and I just walk away because I'm trying to get my anxiety and my stress under control, and it's working. I'm actually doing a really good job with it. It's just okay. Here's the guests. We have Acey Slade whenever he can do it. On the 12th, we have Lynn Ruth Miller. On the 3rd, we have Zach. We have a guest for the 17th. I'm not allowed telling you who. And on the 24th, we have Hellfire Jack. The reason why I can't tell you on the 17th is because it is our 1-year anniversary and it is a surprise right now.
Ooh.
So we can have Acey on the 10th of May or the 31st of May. So I'll get a hold of him. I'll give him all the openings.
That'd be cool.
I hate doing business on here, but the thing is you guys know Acey's going to come back on. So, but we do have a surprise. We have a surprise in store on the 17th. I'm not too sure exactly what special thing we are doing, but we do have a special guest. Yeah.
I'm not gonna guess, so I'm just gonna wait.
Oh, you're not gonna guess, but what I'm gonna start doing is at the end of April, I'm going to start popping up hints. And I might even throw in a prize for whoever guesses it right.
Is it Dwayne Johnson?
I don't know, but I know this guy that looks like him. I could probably pull it off.
Yeah. I'm here.
Yeah, it's not like a huge guess. Like we don't have like Ozzy Osbourne or anything like that.
Good luck with that, dude.
But I don't know.
You have to go to Sharon to get him.
I can just tell them that I'm into paranormal shit, and they'll put me on the show.
That'd be pretty cool. Didn't you have? I'm pretty sure you had. Wasn't there a guy that you had on here that had that experience or something like that?
Yeah, he had a poltergeist that lived in his house. Guy McCourt.
Yeah, that was a good episode. That one.
Yeah, you can go back and watch that. I would love to have him back on. I'd like to do a ghost hunt on here with him. Make it like a Pink Sock exclusive or something, not like a live episode, but like do a ghost hunt. I also had Brandon Powers on here, who is the owner of the Golden Tiki.
Oh yeah, he's funny too.
He's fucking hilarious.
Sure he was in Coffee Talk too.
Yeah, he told me about all the celebrities he gave head to. You can go back and watch. What he gave head to Vinnie Paul. He gave head to Rod Stewart. He gave head to Cher. He gave. Yeah.
What?
What? Yeah, he gave head to all these people.
No, Cher. Really, Cher?
Did you watch that episode?
Yeah, I did.
He gave head to these people. Those little shrunken heads.
Oh, those.
He made shrunken heads for these celebrities and gave it to them.
How for you, man?
What's hilarious about that is, though, it's not hilarious, but it's fucking weird and creepy. The Golden Tiki was the last place that Vinnie Paul was at.
Yeah.
Before he died.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. Paranormal does. It always works.
Yeah.
So is there anything you want to promote, Gorak? Anything you want to promote?
Nah, man. Just go and check out my Instagram page. Go and check out yesterday's episode of Sabbath Sunday from Death Comes Lifting. Even though I missed out the first 10 minutes because of the time difference. I came to church late. He didn't kick me out when I arrived though, which is cool. That was a fun episode. Check that one out. We were talking about the Born Again album from Ian Gillan, which is very underrated.
Very good album. Very underrated Sabbath album. But I want to go to church sometime dressed up like Satan and just start booing. Actually,
I am not joking. When my mom used to take me to Sunday masses at church, I'm not too sure if you guys are there. There'll be like sometimes a guy with like a little change box during mid-service, and then like you put in like a gold coin or whatever for like donation. The guy that was doing it was wearing a Marilyn Manson t-shirt.
That's awesome. No, here in the States, they have like at most churches here in the States, they have a little basket and they put dollar bills in and shit.
Yeah. we do something similar like that. But the church I go to is for like death comes lifting.
Well, you guys don't have like paper money, do you? You just have coins.
No, we got. Oh, it's not really paper money; it's plastic money.
Oh, we have cotton. It's like a cotton paper money.
Yeah, well, you guys are weird. You have like nickels.
The way our coins work, we have $1 coins.
See it? Yeah, we do too.
But that's it. We have like 25-cent piece. We have a 50-cent piece. Sometimes people have that. We have dimes, which is 10 cents. We have nickels, which is 5. We have pennies, which is 1. And sometimes we have $1. But a dollar, I think, is the highest we've ever gotten in a coin.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I think. See, with us, it's we got 5-cent pieces, 10-cent pieces, 20-cent pieces, 50-cent pieces, and then you have your $1 coin and your $2 coin, which the $1 coin is bigger than a $2 coin, which is weird.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got your 5, 10, 20, 50, and $100 bills.
You want to know what's really fucking weird?
What's that?
Okay, let's go through the coins in America. We have like other ones, but I'm going through the popular ones. We have a penny, which is 1 cent. The dime that we have, which is 10 cents, is smaller than the penny.
Yeah.
We have a nickel, which is 5 cents. It's bigger than the penny, but it's still bigger than the dime, which is more. We have the quarter, which is 25 cents, that's bigger than all of them. And then we have like a 50-cent piece, which I think is bigger than a quarter. And then we have a dollar, which is the same size as a quarter.
That's weird. Like, yeah, the 50-cent pieces is the silver one is pretty much bigger than like the $1 coin. It's weird. Like
I think 50 cent might be bigger than the dollar. I think the dollar coin, I haven't had one in a while. I have them in my room, but I haven't looked at it. I think it might be the same size as a quarter.
See, I don't carry coins or money with me. I always use my card.
I have to now. I actually have to.
Oh, really?
The apartment I'm in doesn't have a washer and dryer. You have to go to the laundromat that's on the property, and it's quarters only. So I have to have at least.
Wow! So you got to pay.
Yeah, I have to have at least a roll of quarters because they don't do cards. It's old fashioned. You put like $1.50 in quarters in the machine, and yeah, it's $1.50 to wash, $1.50 to dry, $3 per load, pretty much.
And this is in your apartment? That's weird. Yeah. That's like that's
It's weird.
Yeah.
It's weird. All utilities are included except electric and, of course, our Wi-Fi because that's separate.
Yeah.
But we have a dishwasher that I use, which uses electric. But the washer and dryer, I have to go outside. Why didn't they just give us an electric washer and dryer? I get it. You want to be able to make more money, at this place. I get it. You want to make as much money as you can. So you don't put a washer and dryer. You just put a laundromat. But you'd think you would be making more money if you just put the washer and dryer in the apartment and just add it as a utility if it's electric.
Yeah. Some places, some apartments won't have a laundry apartment. You have to go down the road to a fucking laundromat to get your shit done.
Well, I decided to try and do the math and see if a laundromat would be cheaper. And no, it's not. It's really not.
No, I'm not too sure how they do it over there. But in here, they weigh out your clothes, how much you got in the bag, and they'll charge you on how much stuff you have there.
It depends on the laundromat. The laundromats I was looking at just does it by the load. You go do it yourself. Yeah. You don't have somebody do it for you.
But I've taken mine to a laundromat a few times because I had like issues with a washing machine at the time, and for some reason it always smells better.
Well, the laundromat I was looking at, it's weird. They don't do coins like most laundromats the old-fashioned way. They do they have a separate card. You don't pay with your own card. You have to buy. Yes, you have to fucking buy a little card that they have, and then you pay to load it.
Far out.
You have to pay them $1 for the card, and then you have to pay like $10 to load the fucking thing. And then $10 will only get you maybe like 2 loads because it's like $3 a load.
Oh wow.
So, and that's just to wash. You have to pay like another $3. Like it's more expensive than here.
Jesus Christ.
It's just kind of inconvenient because I've got a load in there and I got to go to wall. I got to plan my day. I got to like go to CVS and go to their fucking ATM and get out $20, and then I got to go to Chase Bank and get it converted into coins. And then by the time I'm done running, I don't want to fucking do laundry anymore.
No. See, that's too confusing for me, man.
I'm literally thinking about just going to the fucking ATM, going to the bank, and just taking $100 in coins and have the fucking fucking year covered. It is complicated, but honestly, Anders, I'm not complaining that much about it because water's included with the rent, and my whole year of rent's paid off. I did that with my 401k. I might not be able to retire anymore, but at least my apartment's paid off for a year, and I was able to get away from home for a
at
little
least
bit.
you don't have to pay it weekly, man.
Oh, you got to pay weekly? That fucking blows.
When you first move into your apartment, you pay your 2 weeks rent, which is your bond. And then after those 2 weeks rent, after that 2 weeks rent, then you start paying weekly.
All of our rent in most apartments is monthly.
Fuck. You'd be saving so much money off like that too.
How much is it a week there, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm paying $365 a week.
$365 a week. That's in Australian money?
Yeah.
Hold on, let me convert this real quick.
At my old apartment, I was paying $330, but it all depends on the location where you're at because I'm a bit closer to the beach. So it's a little bit more expensive that way, but it's worth it.
I'm finding out how much that is in US dollars. You said $365 in Australian dollars?
Yeah.
That's $280 in American dollars a week. So I didn't know Australian dollars was worth more than American dollars.
It is. That's why I pay so much for Catfight coffee, dude.
You guys are rich over there, but that would be $1,120 US dollars a month.
Yeah,
that's about the average rent here in the United States. Right now, we're paying $950 a month for the apartment that we're in. But it's a 2-bedroom. It's a small apartment. I've seen your apartment. It's pretty decent sized.
Yeah.
Compared to my apartment. So yeah, we're getting our bang for buck. But this kind of made me mad though. We online, the price was cheaper, and I guess it was outdated.
Yeah.
It happens. Shit happens, but it's still shitty. It's still fucking garbage, man.
It is. And real estate agents can be total twats.
But I give them credit. They do not bother us at all. They never knock on our door. They don't do a routine checkup. They don't do any of that because COVID. So everything's on a month-to-month basis.
Yeah. I've got my money back from my old place, my bond, and it took them 3 fucking months.
Damn.
3 fucking months to get my full bond back from those guys, from the last real estate agent. I'm like, are you kidding me?
That's fucked up.
I just kept hitting them up.
All I really got to worry about is my phone's paid off for the year. I ain't that worried about it. My rent's paid off for the year. I ain't that worried about it. The electric.
I can do that, eh?
The electric bill, it cost a good bit of money though, bro. It cost me I took out my 401k. Now, the U.S. government, fuck the U.S. government, dude. They taxed me twice on my 401k, which is money of mine that I put in there, by the way. But they taxed me twice. So I paid close to $3,000 to get money that's mine out. And it was $10,000, and I actually only got $6,000 or $7,000.
Far out.
I gave Tony.
I wish I can pay. Because we get our electricity bills here every 3 months.
Yeah. Every 3 months? Jesus.
Yeah. So every 3 months, and depending how much electricity you're using, it can be expensive.
I'm just really glad the electric, my rent's paid off, because the electric bill out here, due to it being so fucking hot in the summer, the electric bill is expensive.
Oh, really?
It's not uncommon for the electric bill to be $300 to $600 a month.
Oh, wow.
That's what I was told. But luckily, it's split amongst two of us.
Yeah.
And hopefully by then I have a job. Like I did the math. I'm good for 2 months without a job, but I might have a job anyway coming up.
No, it's good.
But
Keep you busy.
Well, I just want part-time so I can still focus on this and have money.
Yeah. See, that's the reason why I don't really work full-time anymore. It's because I still want a life outside of work and still do this with you guys.
Well, what pisses me off is I would love a part-time job. I'd love to be able to focus on this shit. If it wasn't for the price of living being so goddamn much, I'd just do part-time my whole life.
Oh, dude, living outside of your parents' place, it's so expensive now.
It is. And it seems like anyone who has a part-time job or is able to, which I applaud, because free time is important in my opinion. Having free time is important. Working your life away is not important.
No, I've been in the hospitality industry for 13 years, and I've only been doing casual work, part-time casual work for the past year and a half now, which is I prefer to do that and work maybe 24 to 25 hours a week or so, and still have a life outside of work instead of working like 36 plus hours.
I don't know if you have this problem where you're at, but a lot of workplaces out here think that like you work for them, so you're their slave now. You have to work when they tell you to work, and they can change your schedule at any given time because you work for them. That's not how it should be. It should be, hey, you're helping us out by working. We should probably ask you if you can work these days or whatever.
Yeah.
I kind of wish
the worst part is when you get caught in your days off to work.
Yeah. And they expect you to come in.
Yeah. I fucking hate that. It's extra money for me, but like
I usually don't answer the phone because on my days off I'm spending it working on shit that I wasn't able to when I was working.
Yeah. It's,
like a lot of workplaces don't realize there's a life outside of work. Like I always got bitched at one of my jobs because I would request days off. I'm like, that's the point of the job. I'm working so I can get the benefit of having days off that I need. There has to be some sort of benefit for the employees to want to stay.
Yeah. I wouldn't go back working full time anymore, man.
Paying me is nice. I love being paid. I love making money, but there's got to be more benefits than just fucking that.
Yeah.
So how do you make it on your own just working part-time?
I've got a good savings account. I'm pretty good at saving money. During the pandemic at the time too, I saved so much money from like that time when we were like stuck indoors and out of work for like 4 months.
I'm bad. I'm good with money, like keeping track of money usually, but I'm really awful at saving money, if that makes any sense. Because like when concerts were still going on, I'm like, oh, I got to go see this band. And I'd go see them like 3 times in one tour.
And t-shirts are like, band t-shirts at concerts for us is so expensive.
$50 a shirt sometimes at our shows.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Which would be what, like $70 for you or some shit?
The hoodies would be $70. I am not joking. When I went and saw Iron Maiden, I think the hoodies were like $90.
When I went and saw Ozzy Osbourne, I went and saw Ozzy Osbourne. They had a denim jacket that had Ozzy's name on it for $120. It was patched. I could buy an Ozzy generic patch on fucking line and buy a $20 denim jacket.
Good like that shit, man.
And just make it.
Yeah. Buy yourself a $5 patch and $50 denim jacket and just do it yourself.
I'd be cool paying $50 for it because somebody put in the work and did all that. But $120,
Sometimes things like that is not worth it.
like $120. Like I'm usually not the one to say like that's too much, or complain, because people did put in the work. They do deserve to make money for their hard work.
Yeah, it's I know a guy that I'm really, really good friends with. He'll buy every merch, Like,
goddamn. So, Gorak, we have been going relatively long today. It's been an hour.
Cool. It's fun.
It's been an hour and 40 minutes. So I'm probably going to cut it short here soon.
It's all good. We're not Joe Rogan, man. We're not doing this for 5 hours, man.
If I don't cut myself off, I could.
Yeah.
But I don't have the Joe Rogan money.
And I'm not that popular than Joe Rogan anyway.
So I'm going to go ahead and get off here. I'm going to get a hold of Acey and be like, hey, bro, what day do you want to do this? Because I'm sure you want to announce soon.
And the Gorak wants you back.
I'll
just keep on hassling him.
Vlog Twat finally showed up. Juice finally showed up. We are calling it quits, but you can rewatch it, buddy. We'd love to have you back on, too. But it was nice talking to you, Gorak. Go check out Gorak on social media. It is at Gorak_1985.
Yeah.
He is incredible. He's a great guitarist. He looks like The Rock, so he should have more followers. He should at least have half the followers The Rock has.
Well, I've got 1,152 followers, so that's not bad.
You should tell all them people to subscribe to Pink Sock Podcast live on YouTube.
Yeah.
Because if they all subscribe, we can get you those guests you're asking for. Not acting for, but asking for. But love you guys. Subscribe. Thank you, Anders. Thank you, Danny. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Vlog Twat. Thank you, Naomi. Danny.
Thank you, everybody, for putting up with my crap on here.
Martin, Naomi. Thank you, everyone, for listening to us for fucking an hour, almost 2 hours. Thank you.
Yes, and it's almost 5 o'clock here in the morning, so.
Take a nap. You're off today, aren't you?
I'm working at 4:30 this afternoon, but yeah.
Take a nap.
During the day.
Take a nap, or don't be lazy and just work out. Don't be me. Don't be a lazy fuck. Just work out.
Yeah, or just drink plenty of this shit right here, boys. Yeah.
Get Catfight Coffee. If you guys want to help us while we're out in Arizona and help this podcast flourish, because we can't make money off of commercialization and shit yet, but go over to the YouTube channel, hit the PayPal button, and you can donate anywhere, any amount you want to donate. There will be benefits, I promise. If you donate, let's say $1 to $5, we'll give you a shout out on the show. If you donate $5 to $10, you'll get a private one-on-one chat. And each time that you do that, you will add up another chat. So I do owe people that, because I have gotten some donations. I do appreciate the donations. They not only help this stay afloat, but this also helps us stay alive in Arizona. We will eventually have a feature for you guys where if you donate, like, let's say like $20 or so, we will send you like an autograph, something or another. But yeah, Catfight Coffee, go check him out. He was going to be on the show. He had to cancel. There's something big coming. Something big's coming all over the screen. But love you, Gorak. Thank you for tuning in, everyone. I will work on a level of to thank you guys for donating.
It smells so good when you do this.
It does. I might have to brew me another cup, even though I drank a fuck ton. I might get the shits later, but coffee just does that. It's nothing.
That's why I got free bags, but I'm a coffee whore.
So Catfight, I must say, for me, I don't know about you, but it doesn't make me jittery like most coffee.
No, nah. Should try the cold brew. Cold brew is the shit.
How do you do cold brew? Can you do it like
they have those in a pouch. You put it like in a really big jug, and you pour it says on the packet how much water you should put in there.
Oh, you just put cold water in it and you put a packet in there and it automatically makes it?
Yeah, but you leave it overnight, so it takes maybe up to 8 or 10 hours to sit.
That's fine, because it makes like, what, a gallon of coffee?
Yeah, and it's really, 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 really strong.
I love iced coffee.
Yeah, so you let it sit in your fridge for 10 hours, take out the packet out, and then, have it with milk or cream, I guess.
But yeah, we are calling upon you guys, our loyal Pink Socketeers, to advertise the living shit out of this podcast and to help us grow. There will be benefits for you guys once we start getting some shit coming in and everything.
Yes. I know Chris Vicker is a big Catfight Coffee fan as well. And people should get this stuff.
Catfight Coffee is fucking incredible. I'd like to get a sponsor eventually.
Yeah.
From him.
How's my head?
Your head's great. But I will see you guys later. Thank you. I'd like to say thank you to Danny. Special shout out. She has been donating money. I apologize for not getting your benefits to you. You will get benefits. It's just financially right now it's hard because I plan on buying shit in bulk to start shipping things out to thank people for donating.
You still gonna make t-shirts? Because I would really love a
I'm right now in talks with getting t-shirts. Yes. It's just financially right now.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to complain, but I'm in a really tight spot right now with money until I get a job. So any donations that is sent to us goes back towards the podcast, and some of the money might go towards food because we need to eat. But
start an OnlyFans page, man. And I said this to my head chef at work because he told me he lost his license, and
thought about
to get it back, he has to pay. I don't know. It was like a lot of money, and I said to him, like, dude, if you want to pay it all off, just start off an OnlyFans page.
Well, I was planning on either doing that or getting back on Patreon because I haven't done much with Patreon. And I've told everyone that I'm like, you can pull out if you want. I'm just not able to be active right now on Patreon, but I plan on becoming active again, either on Patreon or doing like an OnlyFans thing, but like go back to the content creator portion of it. I'm not going to send pictures of my like dong to people unless they pay good. I mean, if you're going to give me like $200, I'll show you the underbelly of my penis. I mean, anyway.
Hey, with the rock's head on top of my body.
Look, but I love you guys. Thank you for being great supporters. Just spread the word of Pink Sock. We got to get Pink Socketeers out there. We got to spread the word, annoy people. I don't care. Go on like
spam your friggin' just spam your page and just piss people off with it.
I feel bad because I feel like I'm annoying people if I do that, but you got
it's a good way to promote yourself, dude.
Yeah, because people will know. Yeah, it's annoying at times, but fuck, people know who you are.
Yeah, it's fun. So, and make sure to check out Acey Slade's Patreon page too, that I'm on. It's fun. It's good. You'll love it.
If you have any ideas for how to make Pink Sock better, like through the Patreon page or whatever, Gorak, let me know. I'm going to be creating, this is kind of business related, but I'm going to start a Facebook chat. Anybody who is involved with Pink Sock or wants to help us grow bigger or has ideas, let me know, because I would love to do anything it takes, because you're a listener as well as you're on the show. You know what people would want that would attract people in and would get people helping out more. Because people need motive or they need like benefits, and I want to help people get what they want.
Yeah.
But I love you, Gorak.
I love you too, man.
Thank you for spreading the word of the show. Thank you for helping out during this journey. If it wasn't for you or anybody listening, not to sound sappy as fuck, but I wouldn't still be doing this.
Nah, man, just have fun with it.
That's what I'm doing. I'm trying to have fun with it.
Just have fun with it, man. You got everyone in the chat supporting you. You got me. You got Tony.
I know. It just gets kind of underwhelming sometimes when you're doing this for like a year and you're not really seeing much results. But I did have a happy moment recently. As dumb as this sounds, we are almost to 200 subscribers.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw that.
We're almost to 200. My goal is in the next 4 years. I'm hoping if we can keep this going for 4 years, I'm hoping in the next 4 years to get to 1,000
Hell yeah.
or even 2,000.
Yeah.
But I can't do it without your guys' help because I can only spam so much.
Yeah. No, that's true. But dude, you should be happy with 200, man.
I am. But the way YouTube works, you can't start getting advertising until you get 1,000.
Fuck YouTube.
And you know what's fucking stupid about that? You know what's stupid about that? No. Every 1,000 views on a video, you only get like a penny for every 1,000 views.
That.
Yeah.
What is wrong with you, YouTube? What are you guys, Spotify or something? Like, come on.
Yeah. So, yeah. Well, I'm going to get off here. I love you, Greg. I love everyone in the chat. Thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in. This is my final.
Thanks for having me on. It's always fun hanging out with you guys.
I love having you on the show, on me, on whatever you want to be on. I love you, Gorak. I love you guys. Remember, live long, rock hard. We have Lynn Ruth Miller next week. We have Acey Slade rescheduling. He will reschedule. It will happen. I love you, Acey. No hard feelings. Shit happens. You cancel again, though, I'm going to have you in a steel cage. I'm just kidding.
And thanks for the shout out, too, on one of your live streams. That always made me cry. But anyway.
I actually did not expect him to apologize live on his Instagram like that.
Not me either.
That was
I'm surprised he tagged me in there as well.
I'm like, so Acey, great. But hey, Acey, if you're listening, follow me on Instagram because that's not happening yet. And it needs to happen because my Instagram is fucking entertaining. No, I'm just kidding. But
it is. It can be. It's more entertaining than mine, even though he likes my stuff. But yeah.
I love you, Greg. I'll see you, brother. Remember,
see you, dude. See you guys.
Live long, rock hard. Hey, Tony, put your horns up. Wait, where the fuck's he at?
Well, Tony is not here.